Okay, so, hello guys, it's me, Gaming Star here, and today I am back with an episode of Race Attorney Resolve. Last time we had basically done the trial, and the first part of the trial. So yeah, and yeah, let's just say that we have some gas fever going on. So yeah, this time we're gonna go ahead and basically do some more investigation. Let's go. Whew, we made it back in one piece. Just to be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while. Oh, I know. There are a lot of cliches. There are a lot of character streets of London. You were nearly flying several times. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Yes, I know. It was marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. I was in awe of you. Oh, thank you. And now your favorite exploits have won us over for investigation time. Let's see if we can find... See if we can find some clues for court tomorrow. Yes, let's do it. Is everything alright? I suppose. I still can't quite believe it, that's all. That I'm here in England, working as a lawyer, I mean. In the Old Bailey, no less. The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? It should be him standing in my shoes. It should be Kazuma. It was Kazuma-sama's wish to follow him and work alongside him. Yes, I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. I would be able to take his friend. And hopefully not a Hodo-san. No doubt that Kazuma-sama was exactly the same if they were here with us. Thank you, Susato-san. Thank you. No. Let's check the spade. We already did. Okay, good. So we already did, so it's covered. Kazuma's wishes. Kazuma Sogi, the best friend I've ever had and a lawyer as promised. He really saved my bacon in a horrible incident just before we left Japan. Phoebe! I still can't picture him now, looking fierce and determined in court. Makes me cry. And after the trial, that crazy idea he came up with. As a stowaway! Yes, you can fit inside my trunk if you curl up small enough, I'm sure. No one will know. Kazuma, won't you tell me why? Why go these lengths so I can accompany you to Great Britain? Well, it's been on my mind ever since we got through the trial. That you really ought to go into law, be a defense lawyer. You've got a natural talent for it. Believe me, I guarantee it. But I've never even thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, I can't force you, obviously. You'll have to decide for yourself. But anyway, London is the cultural capital of the world, the city at the forefront of everything. It can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes. No, that's true. I suppose, though, if you were to become a lawyer, then one day... One day what? Oh, no. Never mind. What? Naruhodo-san. Oh, sorry, I was just thinking about Kazuma. Yeah, he's forever in my thoughts, too. To change the Japanese judicial system for the better, that was his dream. And that's why he said eventually wanted to come to Great Britain and study for his course. Yeah, that's right, but... Yes? I do wonder if its true intentions lay elsewhere sometimes. I don't know. The thought just takes hold of me every now and then. That's all. Kazuma's true intentions. Naruhodo-san, what do you mean Kazuma-sama's true intentions? I mean this. His katana. I never expected to inherit his sword after Kazuma passed away, of course. No, I know. It was because I asked you to take it. When I have it in my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage. Yes. Actually, the night before he died, he told me a bit about the sword. Garuma? It's just a recap for those who haven't played the first game, just so I can kind of recap. That's right, it's a prized sword that's been passed down to generations to the Sogi clan. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two. Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important I have to do in Great Britain. Something you have to do? Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. What did he mean by something very important that I have to do? I had hoped that an answer to the question would be comparing when we arrived here, but as yet, I have found not a single clue. I see. So, that's just kind of like something I wanted to kind of do, but let's go back to Sholm Suite. You need to go to Sholm Suite because this is important, because if not, you get fucked. You have to kind of do this. It's kind of dumb, but yeah, you have to. Alright, here we go. Oh, Bruno and Susie! Hooray, you're back! Hello, Edie's. Fine spirits, is he? I am, and you look as equally present as ever, Susie. Oh, you flatter me. Oh, you couldn't have a better time. I just made a pot of tea. Really? Thanks, Edie's. But actually, what is it? A foul smell. Aha! The Wanderers returned at last. Where had every pair been? We've been in court? Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case? That was today, was it? Yes. I'm sure I've mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Sholmes. I'm sure you think you did. Well, you can laugh about it now. So tell me, how did the trial go? Reasonably well so far. I managed to escape without a guilty verdict at least. Really? I would have liked to see it. And I must pass the time of the day of Reaper again. It's been so long. Lord Van Zeke's an acquaintance, Mr. Sholmes? Naturally. There's another person in the world who doesn't know my name, Mr. Naruhodo. Not quite what I asked, but still. Mr. Sholmes. Whatever is that odor? Yes, what is it? It's faint, but absolutely awful. Ah, indeed. A sense of victory, my dear fellows. Victory in science. Oh, dear. Alright, I'll bite. What's he up to now? Oh, but first things first, let's examine. Ah, yes, that's what you know that, isn't it? So, what's on the blackboard today? Buck up Runo. What is this? Oh, just playing around with the ideas of the title for next month's installment. Another idea I was at the Burley Courtnet. I really torn about which one to use. What do you think, Runo? Anything but Buck up Runo, obviously. I suppose you're right. I tell you what, I'll surprise you with it. You'll have something to see. Sleepless nights. Oh, I finally finished it. So I finished the Herlockian. Yeah, because I already did the last step. I already did the third episode. I already did the other two. So I finally finished that achievement. That's good. Finally did it. Let's talk. Alright, so I wanted to do that real quick, but here we go. Lord Brock Van Zeeks. Yes, it's interesting subword. Sub-cry he has, isn't it? The Reaper of the Bailey. Once the legendary prosecutor he fought for someone's conviction, that person is doomed, even if he or she is found not guilty in the courts. Sooner or later, the hapless soul will vanish in the capital. But vanish how exactly? By falling under a passing carriage, or drowning in the flames, or succumbing in a sudden fever, or, quite out of the blue, being set upon a highwayman. There are numerous routes to one's final terminus, my dear fellow. It all seems a little far-fetched, really. Well, on the bright side, Mr. Mustache is fighting fit, for the time being at least. That's not overly reassuring. If the rumors are true, though, the obvious conclusion would be surely it is acquitted Arwell by Lord Van Zeek's own hand. As it happens, Mr. Stone, that is quite impossible. Oh, why? Naturally, the man very quickly came under suspicion. However, whenever these incidents occurred, the Reaper always had a cast iron alibi. Really? And so his reign continued. But 5 years ago, he vanished from his courts and never appeared as a prosecutor again. That is, until you arrived in the country, Mr. Hunter. Yes, so I've heard. In fact, it was the very day I arrived when I was thrust into the trial at Old Bailey. The bitter fight to the death conceded with the Reaper's resurrection. And really did end bitterly indeed. And here you are, facing the Mr. Reaper again. Poor Runo. I don't know if you, but... Or incredibly like. I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing of all Japanese people. Foul smell, so... Tell us about what the fuck it is, bro! So, what is that indescribable foul smell? Ah, well, it's most presumably what I would say. What is that? Ah, dear fellow, it is, of course, my latest invention. A chemical test that can identify whether or not tea is genuine, a drop of, some tea. Oh my! There are some unscrupulous sorts manning the stalls along some London less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purpose to be high-quality tea, but is in fact merely dye leaves of drab flavor. Well, that's certainly unsavory behavior. So, when one is presented appears to be black tea, one must be careful. Edie's? At the ready, Hurley. Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea here. Let me see what happens. Oh, it changes. It turned completely black. And what a foul odor is giving off. Indeed, the blacker the tea becomes, the more foul the odor. And the better the tea is. Bro, it would appear this cup is particularly fine. Darjeeling. That's very ingenious. But what do we do with the black liquid now? Why? Dispose of it naturally. If you really want to like to drink it, would you? There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with the new invention, Mr. Shams. Yeah, that's true. There is a big problem. Hence why it's chemical testing merely attests, my dear madam. Right. The point is, we are entering a new era of science in the world of criminal investigation also. Yes, forensic science! Such exciting times. Well, forensic science is pretty important after all. I regularly engage in the scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consulting detective work. The Herlock-Sholmes method will be the foundation upon modern investigative techniques is based. The little T indicator was that product to my own forensic science research. Forensic science. I suppose I would have known more about that. So let's go with Japanese people. Alright. With Mr. Natsume, who I'm currently defending, being Japanese as well, and Mrs. Soto and myself, I felt like even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Lord Van Zeke seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese. Indeed, it is an interesting observation. Do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Schultz? What's the reason? It was about 10 years ago that Barack Van Zeke just entered the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan. No! What the? Tell us more, Mr. Sholmes. What happened? I believe I've made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the affair. Oh, but... the veil will be lifted and events pass in due course, I have no doubt. For now, however, it is Mr. Mustache who is the most deserving your attention, I believe. Forensic science. So, your tea test is an example of that forensic science? Indeed it is. An essential tool in the cases of hinge and knowledge of whatever some tea is higher in inferior quality. Not a huge number of cases on. Perhaps a more practical example is required. Fingerprints. Not yet accepted in our courts as evidence, I might add. Really, we are dragging our heels there. Fingerprints nowadays are kind of seen as somewhat contradictory, considering with... Okay, so here's the fun fact, is that fingerprints are kind of seen as contradictory, mainly because fingerprints could be... mainly because, like, you know, people sometimes share similar looking fingerprints sometimes. Every fingerprint is different, that's for sure. Everyone has different fingerprints, yes. It is good for that, for identifying if it's a person, but, like... the problem is that, like, sometimes it's easy to mistake for someone else. Because, you know, like, again, people can have similar patterns that can almost be accepted as the same person. So it happens. That's one of the problems with it. It's kind of seen as, you know, kind of inconvenience sometimes. But it can work. But it's more inconvenient than anything. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I hadn't ever heard of it until recently. Which is partially why I undertake research in the field myself, of course. Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Sholmes? Everybody has different fingerprints, that's for sure. But there's some people that have very similar ones. So, you know, you can mistake it for someone else. That's the problem. For example, my fingerprints could be mistaken for somebody else's because of the fact that we could share similar fingerprints. It happens. It's a thing that happens. So it's like, favorite minds. Now, whatever researching. And also, you have to put in the database too. It's like, yeah. Now, I'm researching skin prints. Skin prints? No, because the culture of my own design is a chemical agent that makes it possible. It instantly reveals objects touched by whatever person in the investigation. Brilliant, Mr. Chill, but as long as it doesn't turn over completely odors and black. I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness forensic talents in action very soon indeed. The blood. But remember, you need a database. For that stuff, you need a database. That's the thing. Well, I think we should go back to scene and if we see him uncover any new clues. That's the spirit, Bruno. See you later. Yes, until later. No, Mr. Shells, we're thinking you come with us. You were? Yes, of course. You said just a moment ago. You said you witnessed forensic talents in action. Recall, but you're going ahead. I shall be sure to follow you later, in all likelihood, probably, maybe, well, I might. This kind of astounds me. Is eagerly await your arrival. Bye-bye, Rita. Bye-bye, Susie. So let me see. Fingerprints usage in, alright, so let's go. Let's go over to the scene. So let's go to Miss Green's hospital bed real quick. I believe there should be a little scene that happens in some cases, but, like, not now anyway. It'll be later, but... What was happening? Sounds like some sort of disturbance. Yes, I hear angry voices. There it is! Told ya! Be not angry or ample lady. Verily thou art mistaken. Mistaken my foot! You were looking at my painting! The eye of a man hath not heard. The ear of a man hath not seen. Isn't the other way around? 'Twas fool indeed, the poison the mustache villain gave of me. Forgive me, lady. I wish that you died from that poison. God of mercy, ample lady, but thou seest I hate vigor still. Behold my sham spear dance. It looks rather ominous, doesn't it? Hello, the lawyer of the land was rise of sun. Oh no. Oh, what were you doing here, Mr. Shamspear? Mary, I do believe I've returned to another war. He was looking. That's what he was doing. Look at my terrible work. Eastern fellow, so dark clad. Faith, thy work in court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee. Oh, well, thank you. But, oh, that doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it? Okay. Whoa, damn, he had a personality switch right there. Okay. Wow, that was a personality switch right there if I've ever seen one. Anon, excuse. That was a personality switch if I've ever seen one. That was a 180. Holy shit. Mr. Shamspear back to take the kid in this case, but there's definitely a lot more to him than that. It's very hard to pin the man down. I'm so sorry. She's such an awful person. Ah, Miss Green, is everything alright? Oh, yes, I mean, don't worry about me. They're about to discharge me, so I get ready to leave now. Oh, I see. We've delighted you of seeing enough on the screen. Oh dear, you're too kind. I don't deserve it. Can we talk to you? So, are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green? I am. Thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, do they? Even people like me. Well, yes, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it? As far as I was concerned, I was just walking along in the snow and even minding my own business. Even though completely out of the blue, I was struck back and then I collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up and yesterday, the whole business has been cleared up today. What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh no, I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. Looking back at this fondly. Really? Anyway, must be getting things together now, ready to discharge. Oh yes, of course. Sorry, but keep it to obviously. So we talked to her. So yeah, that's what happened. That's a little secret scene that you do that you can get from that. So let's go over to Mr. Shamspear's room and investigate further. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show that. Again, it's a little scene that I encountered by accident one time, so I kind of wanted to show you what it looks like. And also, plus, it actually is really important to Mr. Shamspear and Miss Green's, connections. It's really important, so keep that in mind. You'll see why. Oh, hello again, Inspector Gregson. What are you doing here? Well, we were hoping to have another look around, actually. The lawyer representing the defendant has the right to examine the scene, I'm sure you're aware. Yeah, I know the score. Oh, yes, one other thing. The soap in the ledge outside the window, did you find it? Yeah, we found it alright, but there was a small amount of tea in it. It said, oh, I knew it! It was with the identification section of the yard now, they're looking into it. The result will be available later today. That's wonderful news. Thank you. Pretty impressive performance scoring this morning. Sorry? Nothing. Forget it. I'm sure I make it list there anything in there. Alright, so. What's he doing? Notice that right there. It's interesting. If you added random changes neatly, London's winter can be very harsh. That's true, but if you think about it, even though the wealthy find themselves freezing and they ran out of small change, London's winters can be very harsh and forgetful too. Frankly, I'm starting to wonder if Susato-san and I are going to make it spring. That's true. We don't even meet her Baker Street, let alone Gasto. Look at the dark stain on the floor underneath the metal there. Yes, it's from the water dripping out the ice coins melted established report this morning. It's a very large, obvious stain, isn't it? Mr. Shamspear must have used off a lot of ice coins, I suppose. It was an ingenious idea, I'll give him that. Very ingenious, in fact, actually very clever, I will give him that. It's a very clever, funny idea. There's the soap, the broken soap. So it turns out Mr. Shamspear was eating soap at all. That's right, the mystery of what had a plate of holy forks solved. Yes, ice coin is mold. In the process, he accidentally broke the bar of soap in two. It certainly was hard to imagine, let alone deduce. And then we have the sunshine shines through things to break the window. He has to stand after termination and remove the bricks from soap inside country. Sounds very wise life lessons. Only if you plan for life, crap, Mr. Nutter. So let's go ahead and talk to Dr. Schultz. Mr. Schultz, what are you up to over there? What a question indeed, was a good stuff. Who has media tendency? Oi! What are you doing here, Schultz? What are you up over there? What are you doing here? Dear me, once a great detective was under scrutiny, it seems. Is now the time, Mr. Schultz? Are you about to show us your forensic talents and actions you promise? I will. With the greatest pleasure, my dear madam. We'll see what you're gonna do. What's all this? All this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Nutter. Herlock Sholmes, sensational skin print seeker gun. Moments ago, I took a sample of a teacup that was used by the victim. A sample from Mr. Shakespeare's cup? Each of the visual leaves, microscopic sections, everything he or she touches. A sample of those secretions I need to produce is refined indicator solution. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touches is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Here, try them on. There. Now, spray the chemical indicator of all be revealed. Spray? How do we do exactly? A little press of A in the area like this. Boop. Ah, what is that? It's like fog. Suppression of a chemical indicator precise and effective in no area. So none of his could identically influence the idea. As you do. Go ahead, try, my dear fellow. May learn this something. You guys remember Rise from the Ashes? Hey, you guys remember Rise from the Ashes in the first game? In the Phoenix Wright's attorney? It's this. You know, the spray, but instead of blood, it's touching. Look, there's a dozen handprints here, so they are a good amount of days, so I should show my spine. Perhaps it's against a wall, is that my picture? Unlikely, I would say, rather dull scene after all, if I wish to see the obvious. You would admire the picture from close quarters, I feel. Oh, very true, sister, good mystery then. So that's gonna be important for later. So look down here. That's interesting. Oh, look at this down here. Yes, interesting. This multitude of victims' handprints. Why are so many on the floor at this spot? Oh, perhaps he had a pathologist there? There's nothing obvious as tripped over though. I wonder. Personally, I like to stumble over something I don't trip over. I think there's something detective with this shows. Well, this quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. Yes, obvious explanation. So that's gonna be important. So those two are gonna be super important. The one on the wall and there. Well, this was one's amazing skin print indicator all over the room, didn't it? We did, but there are two places in particular that are interesting, I would say. The wall and the floor. The handprints on the floor here, and on the wall by the picture. Yes, as the floor warrants close investigation. Be a moment. Ah! What is it, Mrs. Seto? Look here, Mr. Nadalo. One of the floorboards just popped out. Oh, you mean it's a secret hiding place? Excellent work, Mrs. Seto. So, oi! What are you doing? Inspector Gregson, stand aside right this minute. It's my job to investigate here. No need, Inspector. You continue to dig in your portion of chips while I dig around the floor here. You fancy talks, but put them in my food anyway, Schultz. Better do evidence exactly what I need. Wow, what a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find. It's not a hiding place you could easily make in Japan. I don't think you can lift a straw. Talk to me, Matt. No, oh, I know. They're exactly one of these wooden floorboards in the movie reader. Just gotta be wondering. What about the wall over there? Curious? Oh! Investigating at once. Something interesting there. There's nothing behind the picture, sadly. Only the wall. Huh, that's odd. How disappointing. But then, how do you explain the handprints? Maybe he's just, I really can't think of what would have been touching the wall in a place like that. Click. Come here, Mario. Mario, come here, come here. There you are. A print for you. The photographic print. So thank you so much. Oh, thank you. So now then. I wonder if Inspector Gregson found anything on the floor. I'm desperate to know. So am I. Come here, Mario. What are you doing? Can you tell us? I'd love to know. It's hidden floorboard there. I'll have it to Gregson after all, so acquainted. Mario, come here. What are you doing? Mario. Inspector Gregson. Really, it's been too long. What is it, Sholmes? I thought perhaps you might know what you found there, since you're good friends. We're not friends. No, I suppose not. Just small thing. Yes, I heard. Oh, I killed someone. It was on a floorboard! So, what did you find? Alright then, fair's fair. What? You did discover the hiding place after all. I suppose I should at least fill your room. Really, Inspector? Thank you! Do it quick, pretty Billy. There's one thing I know about this man. Is that he blows my wind. Oi, stop making me out of some kind of nut. There are 3 items on the floor there. A newspaper clip and a photographic print and a tin box. Now, what do you want to know? All 3! Alright, let's do a newspaper clipping. Looks like it was cut in the paper about 3 months ago. It's about a convict who got sick and died while he was serving up his time in Manchester. How terrible. It made headlines down in London as well. The bloke had been sentenced to death, you see. Good Nature got him first. Oh my goodness, he committed capital offense? Man by the name of Selden. Nasty piece of work into the bulgaries of murder. They say the hoard he knocked is worth about £1,000. A hoard of treasure, you mean? Jewelry and but he hid him somewhere no one knows where. Now he's dead. The paper loved it, of course. £1,000 lost it rot to hell. It's almost such a headline. Does it not strike you, though? Why such an article would be carefully encased on the floor? I suppose, now you mention it, does seem a bit odd. Perhaps I'll go over the paperwork we've got from Southern Backyard and search for anything. The capital offender article, so I'll have to check this out. Let's go with the photographic print. What's next about the picture? So, this is photographic print festival is reasonable reason to me. Oh, yes, it appeared to be taken to the street in front of the house here. And the gentleman on the left is Mr. Garredev and the landlord, of course. But who's the young man on the right? Is Garredev's son, perhaps? No, it doesn't look like his son. Perhaps. You can take the picture and be like, really? Are you sure? In pursuing therefore, as you already know, the identity of the young fellow, that is. Ah, is that true? Well, it's too bad if we do. Unfortunately, be allowed to leak information is one of my pastimes. Knowing information! Bro! Well, it is. Yes, that is true. Yes, that is pretty true. I mean, yes. I just roll something out. Pastimes are for one's leisure, opposed to work. It's more reason I'm not telling you! A dismal failure. Yes, I heard. The hidden photograph, so we're gonna check that out. I wonder, why a photograph like this hidden on the floor? I mean, Mr. Shakespeare himself, isn't it? Photographic prints are reversed, such as East End. I imagine Mr. Garrett provided the letter that had been immortalized from presented. So then I'm gonna check out the tin box. See what that's about. Now, this item look interesting, doesn't it? That's interesting. Might I suggest, Inspector, you open it. If you were to find something that reveals the truth behind this case, it would be the least surprised. Yeah, funnily enough, I already had a look. It's completely empty. What? What? Shakespeare, give us a clue, man! You didn't even have a chance to order a word, Mr. Naruhodo. But anyway, at least we found out what's inside the box. Yes, thin air. It's empty. Flattered what it looks like. Is there nothing more for the box? I wonder. Wait. Meow. Oh! Hello! What are you doing here? This is not your place? What are you doing here? Oh, look! It's a lovely little kitty cat. What is his name? It's Mr. Natsume's, isn't it? I don't think we ever asked him, actually. Why don't we call it, Wakahai? You know, like Mr. Natsume refers to himself in Japanese. I wonder how he got in here. I have a cat. Oh, wonderful. Well then, Wakahai. So here's something delicious for you cats meat, man. He has a little bow tie. Just so cute. Meow. So adorable. The calico cat. What's a cat doing in Shakespeare's room? Hehe. You're getting happier now, look. I just hope we can bring it over to his owner, too. Alright, so I think we found pretty much everything we needed in this room. So now, let's move over to prison. Let's go to see how Mr. Natsume is doing. So he's not there. So apparently he's not here yet. Odd. Let's go to Mr. Garredev's room. Is he there? No, Mr. Gas appears to be out. Damn it! Oh well, suppose later. God damn it. Man, why is it with that? Oh my god, fine. We'll have to go back to Mr. Chance Beaver. Fuck! Damn it, dude. And then we have a little kitty cat. Hi, kitty. Hi, Wagga, hi. Hi. Meow. Ah. You're stretchy. Stretchy boy. Meow. That's cheeky little meow, Wagga, hi. Oh, he's so adorable. I could sit and watch him forever. I think he may not appreciate it after a while, but let's investigate it back to. So we already checked what's under the floorboard. Let's go ahead and check the items. So let's check out the items. Hidden photograph. So this photograph, looks like a tenant or something. Then we have the capital offense. Condemned criminal dies of natural causes in prison. Manchester Strangeway Prison announced the death of convicted murderer and burglar Selden by natural causes in the early hours in the morning. He had been suffering with fever since the end of October. Alerted by the shouts of his fellow cellmate, medical staff arrived to find him already dead, before his capital punishment could be carried out. Handprints on the wall. Interestingly, you notice how there's a whole bunch on the wall, which is really odd. But wait. And the gas meter. When you actually think about it, like, oh, let me see something here. It's like the pipe is broken. Like, look here. Look at the pipe. It's kind of like broken. So it's like almost as if he's using the pipe to like, you know, using the pipe to kind of like blow into it. It's kind of odd, but it's almost as what he's doing. There's the gaslight wall, isn't it? It's gas pipe. Gas lights, gas stuff. Learn rules of city gas. I think about it, Mr. Scared of the fire top of the night. Oh, yes, you're right. I don't recall seeing gas stuff up there. Well, I must prefer real fire in air with much cozier. Let's go to the prison and see if it's open. Come on! What have I done wrong? Tell me. Why? Like, dude, I did everything. He should appear. That's really odd. Okay, that's so odd to me. Like, you know what? I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. I really don't. It's kind of odd. We already did everything here. Yeah, we already did everything here, so, like, it's really odd. That's so strange. Huh. That's really odd. I did everything. I did fucking everything. Yeah, for some goddamn reason. I don't know why, but it just, like, doesn't... That's odd. That's odd. I guess I have to do everything first. It's really odd. I don't know, dude. That's odd. I did everything, though. I seriously did everything. What the hell? He should show up. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know, it's really weird. It should happen, though. This is the fucking Rise from the Ashes all over again! God damn it! This is Rise from the Ashes all over again! Oh my god! No, I just realized it's Rise from the Ashes all over again with this shit. It's really strange. I don't know what I did wrong. Oh, this is I don't know, dude. It's really, really odd. For some fucking reason, it's not activating. It's not triggering itself, which is really, really odd. You would think it does, but it just doesn't. Wait, hold on. So the floor, nothing particular now. The stage itself. This is the sort of makeshift stage thing, where the audience said no, your stage for performances. According to the stage practice, Mr. I hope you follow the audience. In fact, it's related enough. Perhaps you should set up a mock bench in defense of your office. What? That you can practice their art every single day. I think about it. If you promise Don a beard and play the role of the judge. Well, if it would help you keep your goal, as I have to see. It's kind of odd how it's just not activating itself. Technically it would, but the events are just not. I don't know what I did. I soft looking. Can you imagine what happened if I walk around the streets alone with a channel mage and a sword? So I already checked. I already checked everything, that's for sure. For sure, I already checked everything so far that we could check. I checked everything, so like, it's not activating. Handprints on the wall. What's odd about the handprints is that's like right here. If you look very, very closely, look very closely at the handprints and see how like, notice how it's like very close to the pipe. Notice how it's like super close to the pipe right here. So it's like, you know, how there's like a pipe right here that connects to the gas. So it's almost as if he's like trying to blow into it. That's definitely something that I've noticed. Let's try it now, because I did everything. Let's try everything. I swear to God. Please, I need you to... Thank you! Splash him the ashes all over again with me not knowing what happened. Oh, Mr. Natsume's back. So he is. Mr. Natsume! Finally, god damn. Took a while. I am a cat. Sorry? I don't know, Mr. Natsume, or her locked shelves. I don't know the course of trials, rule Baileys. I am a cat. That's what I am. Just a cat. Mr. Nadahodo, he's trying to escape from reality. Trying to. He already has completely. So, what's your name then? As yet, I have no name. Mr. Nadahodo, he hadn't fully found his identity. Maybe it's to bring him back to reality. Do you think you can open your eyes, Mr. Natsume? I am not a cat. It works! He's back to the real world. What's going to become of me? No! Don't answer that! It's obvious! Crusade Soul's never gonna escape this cursed fate! Mr. Natsume, no! The morning proceeds at court prove it. There's hope. Yes, local submission requires brilliant, but the Reaper is omnipresent in Gourmet lodgings here, there, everywhere! What's he looking straight at me for? I think perhaps there's some things we should discuss. Oh, yes. Yes. Alright, let's talk. Let's talk. What do you got? Let's talk real quick. Okay, the morning's trial. In my whole life, I have ever been so moved as today. No! Of course, like, I cast my mind back to their paths too, and their occasions moved me here. But it just blocked us out, and today being the one where was my life! Look up to the villagers with Mr. Esquire! You're too kind. Scotland Yard found the remaining tea we deduced and now as they speak. There's nothing wrong with the tea! They will find a drop of poison in it. That's a solemn, sworn, Sasaki, certainty! Tell me, did you both drink the tea at the same time that night? Oh yes, most definitely. Remember, drink tea while it's hot! We both poured it down our throats like it was hot bath for our bellies. And at the time, you were both completely fine. As shown by the fact that he and Mr. Shamspear then engaged in a Romeo and Juliet match. I was supposed to focus tomorrow's proceedings on how the poison was taken by the victim then. That's odd. So, Mr. Shamspear. That's wrong, Shamspear, what have you ever done to him? You don't recall him to take issue with anything you've done recently. I've been holed up in my room with some books. I don't recall anything. But anything at all? Right. But I don't understand why you let me know sooner. You know what, Mr. Natsume? About the soap, of course. What else? Oh, dear. Are you struggling with such a marriage stipend? Of course I am. If I had money, I would have chosen a life of accursed existence in such an accursed lodgings. Oh, yes, you said it was placed because curse was so cheap, didn't you? Exactly. Such a room that I rent. The spirit of the capital offender who lived there still haunts the place and has tried to kill me. Capital offender? Might I also consider Esquire that next time you visit me, you bring this course super soft soaps. Alright, so let's go ahead and present the article. What's this? It's a newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shamspear's room. Ah, so you knew, did you? Sorry? About this man Selden. A convicted killer, and the evil spirit behind the curse that afflicts my lodgings! What? He's already taken on one young man's life, and now he's trying to take a night of a lighter, miserable, mustache, much mangled Japanese man. Mr. Natsume, if you know something, please you must tell us. Tell us everything about this evil spirit. Alright, tell us. Capital offender Selden. The truth is, I didn't know the details myself until very recently. That Selden man was arrested about a year ago now. At the time, he was hiding out in the lodgings at Mr. Garrett's house. What? He lived where you do now? That's right. Yeah, right. Exactly where I live, in my very room. Oh my, your room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of a capital offense? But before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. That was 3 months ago now. And that's when it started. The curse? What really is the curse you keep mentioning, Mr. Natsume? It's already caused him death. A few months after the criminal passed away in prison. A man died in that room. The man who rented it after Selden, in fact. The poor lodger, he was found dead in mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside. Locked from the inside? Exactly the case we're dealing with now! So that's the convict's curse, is it? Yes, well, that was the start of it. The convict's curse. Tell us, boy. Do you have any idea of the lodger before you passed away, Mr. Natsume? The official cause of death was asphyxiation. When I discovered the body, the room was full of gas. Gas. I only found that after I signed the lease. If Mr. Garrett came to tell me later, I could have stopped myself trembling. In fact, if I'd known beforehand, I probably have been too scared to take the room. Landlords, lease, luckily, legal! Lucky for Mr. Garrett, maybe, but not so lucky for Mr. Natsume. And now you believe the curse is affecting you. It is. At first, I just felt as though I was being watched all the time. And then you talked about having nightmares, didn't you? The dead are trying to take me with them. They come to me and try to suffocate me. And then I'm just struggling to breathe. I wake up, and then the room is as cold as ice! But why is the room so cold? London winters are cold to bear without any heating overnight. Yeah. But for some reason, even though the lights stoked before I climbed to bed at night, the pilot light was always on and it fills with gas. Oh, but that's terrible! That's exactly the situation that led to the previous occupant's death. And then what happened to Mr. Shakespeare last night was mysteriously poisoned. That's clearly more than that incident maybe explain the curse, though. Whatever happened to cause all those strange happenings in Mr. Garrett's rooms. So, let's go to Mr. Garrett. So, thank you for your conversation. Let's go to Garrett. Hi. Oh, you're here, Mr. Garrett. Right, Bailey, business with me. You know, getting out and not out. Were you an old Bailey by any chance? Naturally, fate of my lodge is hanging in the balance and all that. Not trying to miss. The fate of what's already been done for your haunted lodges, yes. Of course, the place is quite stir around the capital on more than occasion already. And the old haunted lodges of such. Ah, well, at least he knows. Makes you wonder what the blaze is going down, you know. Yes, sure does. In fact, taking back Mr. Rasmus under trial just 2 days ago. You were at Old Bailey as well, weren't you? Testifying to your wife about what happened? Stopped of all the prison at the way home, in fact. Best in business, I see. I love how it just just realized the tea just disappears. So I braced in my haunted abode today, eh? Haunted, I love how you at least acknowledge it. Alright, let's talk. Your lodgings. Some fishy fellow from the Far East, failed actor, questionable character. Yes, the house does seem to have become something of a magnet for rum fellows late. Thanks to the Bali curse. The convict's curse, you mean? You heard the stories, haven't you? Ryan Scadrell was arrested over the next chap in the room, goes over and kneels over. Then there's the woman who dropped dead just outside the street, not to mention the actor yesterday. I'm next, eh? Well, can't stop with all webs, can you? When you say the woman who dropped dead outside the street, you mean Miss Green? Because Miss Green, who stabbed with a knife and Mr. Shakespeare's poison last night, are both very much alive still? Yes, well, so the Boston convict's curse seems. Personally, I have quite comfortable such lodgings. A bath, a toilet, a fireplace, a fascinating history. Why? Sounds like a lap of luxury. I'm not sure about that. Well, there's no bath, toilet included, no fireplace either. But you look at your tenants, don't you? By watching the rise and fall of the flames of your gas lamps out there? Yes, you never heard to keep an eye on things, or any mishaps and such like. I think you're a mishap already, sir. That's not helpful, Mr. Sholmes. Heaven forgive me, the words come out of my lips. Alright, so, your lodgers. Some fishy fellow from the Far East and fell after questionable characters. No need for Mr. Garrett. That's right, Mr. Natsume is no way fishy. He isn't of a particular order. That's right, he took a vacancy immediately after my previous tenant passed away. Yes, that's right. I asked the estate agent to find someone who popped in for the same day. Never came across a chap so keen for a place with a background, as it were. I don't think it was the room's background he was keen on. It was cheap rent, actually. So, how long has Mr. Shakespeare been lodging under your roof? That failed actor chap? Let me see. Oh, of course. Yes, it's been 3 months now. I'm quite sure of it. Oh, 3 months. He's queer, too. Ever why you absurdity to regard Mr. Garrett of a mask? Well, it was a Selden scoundrel as it happens. Selden? The convict, you mean? Selden and Shakespeare have some kind of connection then? Shakespeare's tenacity. The convict chap, Selden, passed away in the clink 3 months ago now. You see some malady or other. Yes, we've seen a report in the newspaper at the time. Well, it's only 3 days later that Trajan showed his face, the actor fellow. Huh. Really? Yes, I remember quite distinctly. 'Tis small of this world we habit. Prithee, landlord, hear my request. I, the humble Shakespeare, do desire to take a thy room on the middle floor, offer as well the rent. Terribly sorry for what now, but that won't be possible. I already have a lodger in the middle floor. Ground floor is room vacant though. Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat my vie. Those girls must be muffling your ears. The room on the middle floor is taken. It's ground floor or nothing. Very well. We have an accord. Glad to hear it. Welcome to private road. Lo, Shakespeare death to celebrate. Very suspicious, to say the least. From what I heard recorded today, it sounds like the chap was feeding gas. And he was 3 months in a raise in rent, too. Yeah, the fellow's a bally player, alright. Very shady. Shady dude. Thank you for your country, Mr. Garrett. We're most grateful. But of your appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words. Give me a robe and put on the crown. I have immortal lodges in me. What's happened to you? Shakespeare, my dear fellow, one of those famous lines. I wish to divulge my learning subject, for I have turned literature too, you know. Perhaps you could turn your attention to more apt lines then. Alright, so let me go ahead and show you the picture, because I think you might know this guy. Here's his name. Mr. Garrett, could I ask you for a photograph? This guy. Is that your son who's in there? No, not at all. He was a lodger here once. Duncan Ross was his name. Duncan Ross? A street photographer happened to be passing, so I asked him to take a shot, just for kicks, really. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Then was he by any chance a lodger before Mr. Natsume? Yes, that's right. Oh, he passed away. The young gentleman who died in the room mysterious circumstances. Asphyxiation. Just what Mr. Mustard was waiting for, one might say. Yes, young Duncan lived in the room at the top of the first flight of stairs before the Japanese chap. Would you mind telling us a little more about him? The lodger's death. Yes, Duncan Ross, young chap attending art school. Had to work the paper at night. Moved in the middle floor room about a year ago after the criminal Selden was arrested. Young students are always in the hunt for rooms with a history behind them. A history of cheap rent, maybe, yes. Yes, well, anyway. It was 1 morning after a month ago now. Hadn't quite worked out a little trick of watching the gas lamps to see what the lodgers were up to at the time. So sadly, I was rather tardy to discover what happened. Smell of gas that alerted me it was. Oh. Ah, yes, synonyms of the smell of death. Called the police straight away. Of course, an officer kicked the door and the hinges. But once we got inside, we all bally collapsed because of the gas. Yes, the room was full of it. No air at all. Stove must have gone out while the poor chap was sleeping in his bed. So Mr. Ross suffocated to death. Of course, the police gave me a sound ticking up because gas pipes were old and all that. Couldn't tell how much it set me back to have a lot of replace all over the house. But even after you had all the work done, Mr. Natsume says the same thing. That the stove goes out at night as well sleep in bed. Well, that's a bally curse. The convict's curse. It's on my duty, a landlord now. So I'm feeling defensive. Ah, that reminds me, actually. Yes, about you, young Duncan, the night before the poor chap perished. He'd been writing a letter of affection to a young lady. A love letter, you mean? Yes, where did I put it now? Here it is. I left it on my desk. You excuse me. Let me see now, what does it say? To my most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Do you think you could read such a personal piece of correspondence? My dear Mrs. Sato's was professor reading, if you excuse me. I will not excuse you, Mr. Sholmes, no! Sadly, he didn't address it, though. You have no means of delivering the thing. Very sad, really. I see, it's gonna be my way now. Can I take it, though? But really, identity of Mr. Ross' sweetheart's no bigger in this case. I think maybe we should leave it all alone. Yes, I suppose you're right. Indeed, the tenant received missing. However, there is a name that should be the man's most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Mr. Sholmes, please, I've already chastised you about this once. My underlying love to you, my colorful darling. Olive Green? Ah! Olive Green? The woman who was plunged into the coma after a knife plunge outside her 5 days ago. The victim of the last case was lucky signed in court for regaining consciousness only yesterday. The chance that her name has come up now. Possibly mere coincidence. Mr. Nadahoda, what involves me. Writing personal correspondence involves marriage. So, let's go over to the hospital. So now we know. Let's go. Back to the hospital. Mr. Hold on, I just finished speaking with the doctor. Seems his screen's well enough to discharge at last. That's good news, but hopefully before she's it. What is it? What? She... Miss Green! What is she doing? What was that? She clearly just hit something behind her back. Oh, baby, Jiffy. Oh, hello, everyone. What are you doing here? The doctor says be charged of getting things together. Miss Green, what were you just doing? Oh, nothing, really. It's just about to take some medicine the doctor prescribed me. That's all. Well, we were hoping to have another quick chat if that's alright. I don't really have anything else to tell you. Alright, she's definitely paying me sure. Let's see if I can coax something out of her. But let's check out the bottle. So, here's the bottle. This is the bottle of Miss Green was about to drink and revive. Yes, she was out of prepared, didn't she? Perhaps this one very bitter. It's some better medicine. I suppose it could be. So, if you examine the bottle before it falls, down, you get an achievement called Down in 1, by the way, in the Chronicles version. This would be it. In fact, whenever doctor prescribed medicine for a number of days, I was taking it once. Oh, no. Well, if you have to take something you don't like, it's best to get all away in one go, isn't it? No! Oh dear, and I thought it was Miss Green I should be worrying about at the moment. And then we have the letter. This is Miss Green looking at me before. Mr. Nadahodo should be picking young one's private efforts. Right. Maybe Mrs. Hutto would be picking young's man's mind eater. So yeah, look at the bottom before it falls, and you get that achievement. But yeah. I was wondering if at least you're going to be charged, Miss Green. Oh yes, I mean, thank you. Some people are better, especially I don't want to be lingering waste of space. So I don't feel you probably still so let's see, we need to talk this for sure. So, let's go ahead and give her the photograph. I don't think she'll be happy to notice, but... Miss Green, we were hoping to ask you about someone. Mr. Duncan Ross. You knew him, didn't you? And there goes the medicine. Oh no, I'm so sorry the bottle of medicine fell down. She did. Oh, Miss Green, are you alright? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you like that. No, it's alright. I wasn't expecting it. But how do you know about Duncan? Mr. Ross had been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It was a very personal letter. To you. It was at art school. That's where I met Duncan, a year ago now. He was working to fund his studies. He dreamt of becoming a professional artist one day. And the two of you became romantically involved. Yes, that's right. We were very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually. That's why he decided to move into the cheaper room to save money for the wedding. Oh, and that's what led him to Mr. Garrett's. Yes, he told me he found the worst, but the cheapest room in the entire East End. And then 1 month ago, that's when it happened. We're so terribly sorry, Miss Green. Well, it's all past now, I suppose. Poor Miss Green. She looks desperate. It was starting to think it was just her look. But no, there's no reason to feel the universe is against her. What the? What happened to the rat? Oh, my husband think of me rude, but... Would you mind leaving me in peace now in the hospital? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hold you. Of course, be away. Mr. Hold Look at the dead rat! Sure, you're about to leave. That's quite out of the question. What? Mr. Schultz, I didn't realize you were here. But of course, my dear fellow. Watching and telling in the shadows as always. I'll make a person's known next time. Mr. Schultz, what's this about? Look at the rat is dead. Something which occurs to me as regularly assisted to this. Assisted ex post facto modus operandi. Who I saw the case before this happened. Instead of preventing case from before it happened. That is a great detective part. What do you mean? There is in the case of waiting under my very nose, Mr. Nunhuddle. Let an disasters prevent the case ever happening. If nothing can possibly do. Alright. Well, the clue you need to set before you. You need to look. Oh, you're not able to see it. You gotta do it, Mr. Nunhuddle. Hope you can do it. The rat died. It's a dead rat! That mouse seems to be dead. Look. I didn't notice it before, did you? I think perhaps when we drink the medicine, spill out the bottle. But that's... The bottle was about to drink it. You don't think? Ah, scene comes ratio to nature to scene. Oh, the tragedy about to take place. Yes, I think it's falling into place. Miss Green, the contents of the bottle you before spit on the floor, and the poor mouse that drank it, it sadly died. Ah! I think it's clear that the bottle must have contained a powerful poison. Don't worry, I'll tend the mouse privacy. Miss Green, were you intending to go the same way as the rodent? To take your own life? Ah! Once we left, you would have put it in your lips again, wouldn't you? And taken the poison. No! Miss Green, please talk to us. Suicide. 10 seconds later, we would have had a very different scene here. There's probability we would have joined us most delightful we would have done a conversation. Of course, perhaps it would have been quite delightful from your perspective, Miss Green. Actually, in a way. Now that everything's out of the open, I feel like the weight's been lifted. Tell me, how did you acquire this medicine? Well, with being in a hospital and all, when the doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, he always leaves the medicine cabinet open for a while, so I snuck it out when he was looking. It's expired lacks of label what it contains. I'm afraid I don't really know, but I thought if I drink it, I might just stop the pain. Somehow. Oh, please, Miss Green. Don't talk such things. Well, it seems clear that it contains poison. You can overdose on that medicine. Well, I just say that technically all medicine can be considered poison because remember, like, you can overdose and you can just die. That's just how it goes because anything can kill you. Yes, that poor little mouse proof of that. Oh no. Oh, it's all my fault. What have I done? Shall I remove this one off the screen? I take it you have no objection. No, none. Oh, I'm so sorry. So let's check out the card. This definitely doesn't seem irrelevant. I mean, when we first arrived, Miss Green was standing with it in her hand. Yes, it may very well be related to the incident Mr. Scholl's believes would happen here. Perhaps we should ask Miss Green about it. So, what about the card? Tell us about the card. I'm sorry it's gonna be hard, but tell us about the card. Neither the sender's name or address appear to be written in the envelope of the card. But wait, look at the... Oh, the piece that I was posted in my home before the incident put to the hospital here. I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Come to the Slug and Salad and Briar Road at 5 p.m. on the 17th. Oh, that explains everything. Don't tell anybody else's letter of the meeting. It is a matter of utmost importance. Wait a minute. The 17th of this month. That's the day you were stabbed on Briar Road! At 5 p.m. It's precisely the time when the incident occurred. The Slug and Salad, yes, a pub in the northern corner of Briar Road. Briar Road? Being the street that Mr. Garden's house is on. Does this mean that someone in Briar Road, yes, I'm sure you guessed it, that day when I was struck in the back by the knife, I was actually on my way to the Slug and Salad. That makes so much more sense. Goodness. So that's what you were doing in Briar Road that day. I'm sorry I didn't say anything before. I think I really have to ask you to excuse me now. I've been told you everything. Yes, I'm very sorry I had to drag out such a painful memories for you. No, it's fine. Miss Green. Please, promise us you won't try to do anything like that again. I understand the pain that it has. Yes, don't worry. Your detective friend has the bottle now anyway. And besides, I've been stabbed in the back and had a close shave of a bottle of poison, and I'm still here. I think I've destined to see things through the end. It might sound a little concise, but well, that's how I was going to be feel. Leaving Miss Green and St. Bartholomew's behind, I can't read, we made our way back to Baker Street with Mr. Sholmes. Well, it would appear we reached the end of the investigative trial for today. Yes, it's late. And Mr. Nodaho. Did you discover anything you may ask use court tomorrow? Details about Mr. Chan's being Mr. Garrett's logics, the convict Selden. There are many facets to this case. You are yet to see the heart of it, if you ask me. That's my feeling, anyway. I can't help wondering what the results of the analysis. To Mr. Ron's tea, you mean? Yes, we found a screenwriter or not. Well, feared either way. It will be hard to escape the grip of our friend Mr. Reaper. Oh dear. Yes, Brock von Zeeks. But I wish you every success, of course, and late rise this morning. Tomorrow will be a new dawn. To spring the bed, Chris Bowers, and the trial. Mr. Sholmes! You're coming to come? Indeed. Whatever happens, I shall be there. Resume my last copper in the morning. Well, I think we've done all we can. All that's left is to remain focused and keep fighting for Mr. Smith's cause until the very end. London, the world's most prosperous city, home to almost 6 million people, but away from the razzle-dazzle, down back alleys and behind bricked-up windows. The lonely lurk. Sosaki-san battled long hard with the loneliness during his many months here, and so I felt honored bound to battle equally hard and couldn't make a patriot to let the curse that griped him. As Mr. Sholmes said, tomorrow will be a new dawn for all of us. Okay, so that's the end of the investigation. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, whatever. And next time, we're going to go ahead and do the final trial. We're going to do the trial, so... yeah, we're going to do the final trial. We're going to do trials part 2 and 3. So yeah, because this is going to be a 2-part trial, so yeah. So we're going to end the case. See you guys then. Bye.